Hey guys, Nick here. Today I'm going to walk you through a few useful Excel shortcuts. The way this video is outlined is I'm going to go through a goal, something we want to accomplish, and then I'll show you the combination of buttons you need to hit to complete that goal using this shortcut. So if you want to bold your font, you hit Control and you hit the B button and that bolds. To undo the bold, you can do Control and B again and it unbolds. For the underline, it's Control plus the letter U, that underlines, or if you already had it underlined, it'll get rid of the underline. Likewise with italics, you hit Control plus the letter I, it will italicize, or if you've already had the font italicized, it will get rid of the italics. So Control plus the letter I for italics. If you want to select multiple cells, you know already you can just click into a cell, hold, and drag the mouse to the cells that you want to highlight or select. Well, a way to do that without the mouse is to hold the Shift key and then move towards the cells that you want to select. And you move with the arrow keys, right? So if I want to select the cells above, then I hold Shift, and while I'm holding Shift, I hit on the up arrow key to select the cells that I need. Moving on, if you want to copy data so you can paste it elsewhere, to copy, you have to hit the Control button plus the letter C, and that copies. You'll know that you have copied data when you see this dashed border around the cell. And then if you want to take this data that you've copied and paste it down here, let's say, all you have to do is hit Control plus the letter V as in Victor, and that pastes a copy of the cell that you've copied. And you can keep copying this based off that one. You can keep pasting, based off of that one copy, so long as you still see the dash border around what you copied. If you don't want to paste anymore, or if you don't want to have that copied anymore, all you have to do is hit the Escape key or double click into another cell to get rid of that dash border, and you won't be able to copy that detail or paste that detail anymore. So here I'll hit the Escape, and now if I try to paste with Control V, I don't get anything. I get an error because there's nothing copied at the moment. So moving on, let's say I want to take it a step further and I don't want to copy, I actually want to cut the details from the cell and paste them somewhere else. To cut, you simply hold the Control button and then you hit the you hit the X button for cut. So Control plus X, you get that dash border around the cell that you've cut as well. But now when we paste with Control V, we'll see a big difference. Now the cell where we cut from is blank, whereas the cell that we pasted in has the details that we cut. Moving on, if you want to save your file, say we want to save these changes, your shortcut for that is to hold the Control button followed by the S button, and then you save. Now if you want to select everything, what you do is, this should actually be A. You want to select everything, what you do is you hit Control plus the letter A, and that'll select all. Now this select all acts differently depending on whether there's data around it already or not. In this case, where I'm going to select all from within a data table, what the select all will do is only select everything that's within the data table's range, right? So hit Control plus A and it selected this entire table. If I were to say start my select all from this row where there's nothing immediately surrounding it, then what happens is that we'll select all the data in the entire sheet. Ready? So Control plus A, and now the entire sheet is selected. So something to keep in mind when you want to work with this select all or Control plus A shortcut. Now let's say we want to undo some of these pastes that we've done over here. The shortcut for that is to hit the Control button plus the Z button. So as you keep hitting it, you keep undoing stuff that you've done. So you can keep going as far back as Excel will allow you. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, say you want to redo those changes that you've undone, all you have to do is hit the Control key plus the letter Y, and that'll redo all the changes in the same sequence in which you undid. Finally, you guys know how I'm a stickler about keeping your work in Excel professional, and you know I like to always freeze the column headers, so whether you scroll up or down, you can still see what each column signifies or what's under each column. So the way you freeze panes with the shortcut is to use Alt plus W plus F plus F. Mind you, if you already had the panes frozen, if you hit Alt plus W plus F, it'll actually unfreeze the pane. So let me show you guys. To refreeze it, you simply select under the row that you want to freeze, then you hit Alt plus W plus F, and that freezes the pane. Alright, another thing that I'm a stickler with, grouping, right? If you want to group a bunch of cells so you can hide them and unhide them at the click of a mouse, what you have to do is highlight the columns that you want to hide, or even the rows that you want to hide, highlight them, and then hit Alt A plus G, and that'll create a grouping for you. If you want to get rid of the grouping, select the columns where you want to get rid of the grouping, and then hit Alt plus A plus U, and that'll get rid of the grouping for you. So those are a few shortcuts that I think are very useful in Excel. If you guys have any more questions or if you need something clarified, just shoot me a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Like always, subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video with your friends that are starting out in Excel. I'll catch you guys on the next one.